So I think it's much better to show you an example of how to use a set when coding, because like, why in the world would you want to use this abstract mathematical construct if you're not a mathematician? And the answer is that sets are the ultimate checklist. So here, let me show you how we do that by using it on a couple of methods that we've dealt with way earlier in the semester when we were just learning about array lists. So let's go ahead and do public static void or public static boolean contains duplicates. This is a fairly straightforward one, and I was actually just talking about how easy it was to do. Contains duplicates. This will be a list of E list. It's asking me what in the world is an E, so I got to make this method generic. Saying what in the world is a list, so I've got to import my list. That's fairly straightforward and easy to do. Okay. By default, I want to say return false. It does not contain duplicates. So there we go. And because it's easy to do is to prove that it does. So set of E is our set is equal to new hash set. That's all you have to do to create a new set. And this one is the one with the constant time operations. So I'll do this basically the simple way, the easy to read way, and then the super concise way in a bit. So for every item in our list, because we don't care about the indices, if set dot contains the item already. So if the set already has the item, if that's true, return true. It has a duplicate. It's already there. If this returns true, that means it's already there. Else, don't return false here. That'd be bad. Set dot add item. In fact, it might be best to refactor this slightly and give it a much more meaningful name. Scene. Scene.add item. And this will detect if you've got duplicates, right? For every item in the list. If we have the item, return true. Otherwise, add the items because we've seen it. Okay? How can we make this even simpler? Attempt to add the item, of course. Also a constant time operation. Remember, add contains and remove all the operations here that deal with a single item take constant time. All those other operations I should have mentioned, add all, remove all, they take O of n time, or they take however many items we need to, or they take O of, let's call it M items, where M is the number of items we are adding to the set or removing from the set or checking if they're in the set. Okay, so if scene.add item, return true. We try to add the item to scene. If it returns true, great. That means we've got duplicates. Otherwise, keep going. That's all it takes. All right. We're gonna look. So you can see that basically because sets don't allow you to contain any duplicates, you can see that they're amazing at checking to see if you've seen something before, right? Or if you just want to check, if you want to check a list and say, hey, I want the list without the duplicates, you can turn it into a set fairly easily, or use a set to remove those duplicates.